Morning, everybody. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how a lot of people have been experiencing very vivid, powerful dreams lately. If you're not even a dreamer, you may have been having just a lot more dreams in general, and you may be wondering, like, what's going on? The simple way to put it is the earth itself is going through a vibratory rise, if you will. Just like in a lot of my videos, I talk about how it's all about frequency. Well, on an individual basis, you can do that in your personal life and it doesn't really affect the people around you. But imagine the earth where we all live and get all this energy from, like, every day. Imagine that going through a rise. And just like I explained in a few other videos, everything happens in the spiritual world first, so the dream world, the energetic world, whatever you want to call it, the fourth dimension, and it trickles down to our third dimension. So when that happens, like when the vibratory rises, like I put in another video, like attracts like. So you have to be in the matching, if not compatible, vibration with the earth. That's what's happening right now. This change is starting to happen. All these changes are happening. We have the pandemic going on. We have these politicians getting exposed. We got these rich billionaires being exposed. If you watch the Joe Budden podcast, like you figuring out that a lot of these digital streaming platforms haven't been paying artists well and things like that, and all these things are just starting to come to light, and everything's like, it's like more light is coming in than darkness. A lot of people are like very much focused on the pandemic, but you have to realize when you look at everything from a spiritual perspective, it's changed. It's just like, this is just how it manifests on this planet. People can like trace everything back to the physical, like, oh, this started in the lab, this started here and there. Whatever happened, it's happening. So with the earth vibrating, it's like, they call it Mother Nature, and mothers are typically, very nurturing. But for some people that just aren't going to get with the program, or their soul. So let me clarify something real quick. Your soul knows what you're here for. And if your soul isn't ready for the ascension, then it's not going to. That's where people that are leaving this planet, and to put it nicely, they're leaving it a little bit early. Even if they were the nicest person on earth, their soul isn't ready yet. So they'd be like, oh, these good people are dying too. It's like, well, yeah, they were a great person in this lifetime, but they have many, many more. This is like, what I pay attention to is the synchronicities, and as my mom likes to call them, the coincidences. But there's no such thing as a coincidence. That's why the term synchronicity is better, because when I woke up, I saw that text, and then like when I was turning on YouTube just to get my morning music going, there's a video that perfectly explained this. I was like, there it is. All right, it's happening. Here we go. So the earth is going, and what's happening is it's trying, Mother Nature, if you will, is trying to bring her little babies with her up to her vibration. And that's what some of these dreams are. The dreams are almost like you trying to fix a little bit of your karma from your past lives. One thing about past lives is, more likely than not, this is not our first rodeo on Earth or on some planet, dimension, whatever. It's not our first rodeo. For me, my entire life I've been called an old soul, and people just think that just means you're very mature for your age and all that type of stuff. It's like, nah, I've been here 1,000 times, if not millions, if not trillions of times. I've been here. And some of the more rambunctious, crazy, wild people are young souls. They don't have any bearing here. It's like, even like the little piece of their soul doesn't really remember it that well, because this is their first time here. They're just doing what they want to do. So as an old soul, or just a soul in general, I do feel like one of our purposes in life is to keep repeating Earth, or keep repeating this lower dimensional existence or physical existence, over and over and over and over, until like your soul starts to be like, wait a minute, I've done this before. Wait a minute, yeah, I remember this, but I've never done it, and blah blah blah. And things start to kick in, and then you start to wake up and say, oh, wait a minute. Then you wake up, and then you start to teach what you know, so you can help other people wake up to certain things. So we've all been here before, but during all these lifetimes, we've accrued karmic debt, or just, some people just call it karma. that's one of those things. There's universal laws, whether you believe in them or not, that they will affect your life. You know, so in some life you could have, you could have been a warrior and you were the one that ransacked villages. You could have been someone that hurt somebody, or you can do all these types of things. We've been through we've done everything. We've lived all the parts of life. And there's some things that your soul remembers or your soul just couldn't quite let go of. And that's what some of these dreams are. I had a dream just this morning, or last night, whatever you want to call it, where like I was fighting somebody that I knew. But what the dream does is it uses characters from your current life to make an impact on you. So you'd be like, why am I fighting so-and-so like that? I would never hurt so-and-so like that. I'd never say this or, put my hands on them like that. And that's just the way that the spiritual world is trying to get an impact on you. If you were dreaming about some people you had never seen before, you'd be like, that was crazy. And you go about your day. But when it uses characters that you know and you have a connection with, that's when you're like, oh my God. But what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to have that feeling because, once again, it happened in the spiritual world and then you experience it here in the physical reality. So when you have that crazy dream, your soul is just like, okay, I'm now free of it. And then when you let it go in your day-to-day life, that's why we forget a lot of our dreams. We're doing work in our dream world, So we finish our work, we let that go by re-experiencing it or revisiting it, as a lot of psychologists do with bad memories that we have on this earth. You do the same thing with your karmic debt, but that's what the dream world is for. And that's why, just a simple explanation to why we don't remember some of our dreams, because some of them weren't really for this lifetime. It was for the other stuff that we deal with while we're asleep. So I hope that gave some clarity. If I need to touch on anything, just let me know. But until the next one, take care.